Okay, as I said, we're in Luke 21 and 20. And Mashiach Shai told us, he prophesied when we'll see the city of Jerusalem compassed with armies of the Romans' armies, know that the time of desolation is near. That's when they came in 70 AD, was between 65 AD to 70 AD. That's when the Romans were in war with them, the so-called white men, who was the superpower of the earth, to be precise, the so-called Italian Caucasian. They were the superpower of the earth, who were the Romans. And that's why I say when you go to Psalm 79th chapter, when you go and you look at verse 1, it says, "O Most High, the heathen are come into thine inheritance," which is the land of Israel. "Thy holy temple have they defiled." That's when they started defiling our temple. "They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. The dead bodies of thy servants have they given to be meat unto the fowls of heaven," those that didn't run into Africa in different parts. "To be flesh, the flesh of thy saints unto the beasts of the earth." So that whole chapter is dealing with what the Mashiach Shai told us, these be the days of vengeance, that all things that are written may be fulfilled. It's fulfilled right here. It's talked about right here in Psalm 79 chapter. That's why I say you got to know the Old Testament. That's all he had to go by, was the law and the prophets. That's it. So we're going to continue to look at the Most High. Look at Deuteronomy 32. Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter, and verse 35. Say, "To me, the me is the Most High, belongeth vengeance and recompense, payback. Their foot shall slide in due time, for the day of their calamity is at hand. And the things that shall come upon them make haste." I mean, it's coming quickly. "For the Most High shall judge his people and repent himself for his servants," who are the 12 tribes of Israel, "when he seeth that their power is gone." We don't have no power. "And there is none shut up or left. And he shall say, where are their gods? Where your powers at now? Their rock in whom they trusted, or your religion that you believe in, which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings? Let them rise up and help you." He said, let them rise up and help you and be your protection when they release all these demons into the world. He gonna say, hey, let them rise up and help you and be your protection. Since y'all claim to be holier than thou, he said, "See now that even I am he, and there is no power with me. I kill and I make alive." Hear that? Moses said, "I kill and I make alive. I wound," somebody wounded, the Most High did it. "And I heal," somebody healed, the Most High healed it. "Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." You hear that? That's why I say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hand of the Most High. He said, "If I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever." He said, "If I whet my glittering sword," the Most High got a sword that's glittering. Glittering sword. "And mine hand take hold on judgment, bringing forth the punishment that you're going to get for doing something wrong. I will render vengeance to mine enemies and reward them that hate me." He said, "I will make mine arrows drunk with blood." That's the blood of people. "And my sword shall devour flesh of people. And that with the blood of the slain and of the captives, from the beginning of revenges upon the enemy." What did he say? He said, "If I whet my glittering sword and mine hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies." So the Most High got enemies, "and will reward them that hate me." Right? So when you go to Psalms 83rd chapter, who is the enemies of the Most High and those that hate the Most High? Let's find out. Go to Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Because it says he gonna get those that hate him and his enemies. So Psalms 83 says, "Keep not thou silent, O Most High." We're looking at the Most High. "Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Most High. See, they put G-O-D there, which is D-O-G spelled backwards. For lo, thine enemies, he say, thine enemies make a turmoil. They making an uproar. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. You know? Lift the head in pride. So they that hate the Most High, they that hate Mashiach Yahushua, they that are the enemies of the Most High, the enemies of Mashiach Yahushua have lifted up their head. That's in pride. You can't be no prideful than to say you are the Most High. Lie to the whole world, deceive the whole world, and say you are the Most High. And you are Mashiach Yahushua. You everybody in the Bible. So-called white man say he everybody. Whose picture's in there? His. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, the 12 tribes of Israel, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Who more hidden than us? We everything but who we are. I got 105 different identities asking brothers, mostly brothers, what's your race? What's your nationality? 105. And I've seen videos where I had 36. It's up to 105. And I'm telling you, the names and the identities that they have to be counted. Because nobody ever said anything like that. You ask these other nations, what's their race? See what they say. Don't you just keep hearing the same thing. Not with us. That's why we the hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. That's why we call ourselves a group, a community. Even Israel, y'all call yourself a group. We not no hate group. We're a nation. We're not a hate nation. We're 12 nations that make up one nation. We ain't no community. We ain't no club. We ain't no cult. We ain't none of that. We are the chosen people of the Most High that this Bible is talking about. The 12 tribes of Israel. They have said what? Come and let us cut them off from being a nation. Is that why our people are calling ourselves a nation? That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Hear that? That's why the majority of our people don't know that we are the people of the book, the 12 tribes of Israel. You said they're going to ask to get more information to find out? I'm telling you that don't know. That might be listening to this for the first time or been listening over and over again. You got to be taught. Because they have come with a diabolical plan as the enemies and the haters of the Most High to take our name of Israel out of remembrance. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. But the Most High say he's going to do this to us. Because we didn't want to follow him. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Now he's naming, verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a turmoil, and they that hate thee, those enemies of the Most High, and those that hate the Most High, and of Mashiach Yahushua have lifted up their head. That's in pride. Who first one he named? The tabernacles of Edom. That's why it says in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob's beginning that following. Who would say the tabernacles of Edom, so-called white men? And the Ishmaelites, Arabs, of Moab, Chinese, of the Hagarenes, Africans, Gibal, Moab, and Ammon, Japanese. Moab is the Chinese, Ammon is the Japanese, and Amalek, that's the Jewish people, and Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, so-called Africans. Ashur, which is Assyrians, also would join with them. Say, the enemies and the haters of the Most High by nations. If you don't believe it, make it mean something different. Make it be somebody different. Because those are nations that he's naming right here. That's in the Bible. That are here today. That don't believe in him. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, they do not believe in. Because you got to be of the 12 tribes of Israel or he's not your power. But see, you don't know that because they're not going to teach you that. Amos 3 and 6. We're looking at the Most High. Let's try and get as much as we can get before. Amos 3 and 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, And the people not be afraid, like you hear that air raid sound. Like they saying that the electricity is out in Canada right now. Air raid siren comes on, the people not be afraid. Shall there be evil in the city? And the Most High has not done it? You hear that? Shall there be evil in the city? And the Most High has not done it? Surely the Most High would do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto who? His servants, the prophets. So the Most High eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, seeing all, beholding all the ways of men, and even the secret parts, right? So once he see what he see, he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. That's why get Deuteronomy 7 and 10. See, he know what y'all doing. He know what y'all plan is. But see, what only thing that y'all have forgot about is that he exists. Deuteronomy 7 and 10. See, y'all forget about the Most High. That's why we got to always remember. He said, repayeth them. Hear what he say? And repayeth them that hate him, where? To their face. To destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. You hear that? We just read about nations that are the haters of the Most High and the enemies of the Most High. And repayeth them that hate him to their face. To destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face. So, this is what we're looking at. The Most High, Isaiah 45 and 7. See, the Most High, he's fair. You can't say he's not fair because look how long he didn't allow the wicked to rule. And the things that they're doing that we know. You see with your own eyes. You got television, you got the news, you got the internet. You can see all the wickedness that's going on in this world. This world is wicked. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Look, Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light. The eye is the Most High. And create darkness. I make peace and create evil. That's why I say any evil in the city, the Most High ain't done it. I, the Most High, do all these things. You know why? Because people draw evil to him. The Most High is all righteous. He's righteous. So when you do things that are contrary to the Most High, and you look at, dang, this is happening, that's going down, this going down, then you draw evil to you. The Most High is not evil. He created evil because he told us what? In the garden, he said what? Eat of the tree of life and live forever. Don't eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So we ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So all of us, I did a lesson on that. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil. I did a lesson on the tree of life. But see, we ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Therefore, we gonna deal with it. We all gotta deal with it. You can't run from that. He said he create evil. The Most High create everything. Yeah, the Most High has created it. I, the Most High, do all these things, he said. You see? And they put L-O-R-D in there. L-O-R-D in there. When you look it up, it's B-A-L. You know? So they got, it is hard for people to come out of that because of what? The Most High is allowed this earth to be run by the wicked. Ain't nobody more wicked than the devil. The devil said, all could be thine, and you do what? Bow down and worship me. So people that bow down and worship the devil don't even realize it. If they realize it, they don't care. They don't care. It's normal to them. And that's the problem. Because see, it tells you, and I just want to bring it out before we have to abruptly end, in Revelation 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath. Why? Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So we as Israelites have to be in the spirit with the Most High and looking at being more spiritual than dealing with this carnal side of the way his world is. It's all carnal. It's all flesh. It's not dealing with the spirit. And the Most High is a spirit. So the devil know he got a short time. He comes down much wrath on who? Verse 17. And the dragon, who was the devil, was wroth with the woman who was to represent the Israelites and went to make war with the remnant of her seed. The remnant, the 1/3, that do what? Which keep the commandments of the Most High. So this ain't no Gentiles. All you preachers, poach up eating preachers telling the people that they Gentiles, even though they're Israelites, because he already gonna get rid of y'all. Y'all already did the things to be gotten by the Most High. Because you ain't letting them know that they're the Israelites, and he tells you in the scripture they're gonna get you and your flock, as it is written. But he's talking about the ones that's what? Which keep the commandments of the Most High. So that's us, we the Israelites. And have the testimony of Mashiach Yahushua, the true testimony of Mashiach Yahushua. That's us. It's not talking about no one else. So now that he coming down with much wrath, because he know he got a short time, what has he done? Revelation 18 and 23. It tells you that the last precept on this verse says, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. So by his witchcraft, all nations gonna be deceived and are deceived. You see, to this day. Why we can't look at ourselves as Israelites that we not part of it, because he put certain things in here because he know that we went into captivity for what? Our iniquity. So what'd you say? He gonna show you any way that he can, being the devil, he gonna try and keep us from the Most High. That's why Ezekiel 39 and 23 says what? And the heathen, who's operating under the spirit of the devil, shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity. Why? For their iniquity. Against who? Against the Most High. Not keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. Because they trespass against me. That me is the Most High. Therefore hid I my face from them. Right? We still dealing with the Most High. The heathen, these other nations, knew that we went into captivity for our iniquity, for breaking the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. Why you think they got these poked up eating preachers telling us that we ain't under the law of the Most High, who wrote the laws with his finger? The works of the Most High. Those his laws. He took the time to do it. You saying that his work that he did himself is in vain. Don't you know he gonna get you for that? It's written. It's written. So I'm warning you. He say, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies. Not your friends, in the hands of your enemies. So fell they all by the sword. You hear that? So what you think? The devil done deceived or lied to the whole world of nations through his sorcery, through his witchcraft. But it didn't touch us. When they know this, they know this. That's why they got us calling on B-A-A-L. And y'all steady saying L-O-R-D. I'll show you all the time. Let me show you again. Because I love the Most High, and I know that we went into captivity for this. Look. You see it? B-A-A-L. What does it mean? L-O-R-D. In your face. You think they gonna tell you the right way to call on the Most High? Let me see. I got something over here for you. I know it's look it up. You can go on the internet and look it up. I don't have my other Bible dictionaries, but yeah, it's right there. Let's see if I have it in here. Everywhere I looked, I seen it. So they know we went to captivity for trespass against the Most High. What better way to have us calling on and idle. You got all kind of BALs in this one. BAL, LORD, it says, a god worshipped by the Canaanites and the Phoenicians, a god of storms and fertility, often in the plural, and give scripture to back it up. All these, I went over this in different names for. But we call him. You think he won't put it in there? Let me ask you something. I'm gonna make it real simple, because you know a lot of our people don't really want to think too much. I'll make it real simple. You think he wouldn't put LORD in there, representing BAL, and he says, this him? This is him right here? This him right here? So you don't think he would do that? And he put in there, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. He's saying that he's the Most High. He's the Most High. You think he wouldn't do it? Here it says, and the LORD set a mark upon Cain, right? This way back in this before King James Bible. This 1609, y'all. Look. He wouldn't do it though, right? In your mind, right? Your power wouldn't do this, right? He said he the Most High. That's what you talk about when you say God and you say LORD. And he shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. You hear that? He hid his face from us. That's why he told us, Hosea 5:15. See, we can't get away from this. The scriptures is clear. He told us, he said, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. Do you realize that our people have said that they believe that the so-called white man is the Most High? They believe that a Mashiach Yahushua, who's the anointed Savior, who the world falsely calls Jesus Christ, is a so-called white man. And he's coming back to deliver them and take them to heaven. Straight up. Somebody got to pay for that. That's why I say I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. Till we acknowledge how we offended the Most High and seek my face. Seek my face. Because remember, he hid his face from us. In their affliction, they will seek me early. How much affliction do we have to go through before we seek the Most High? And it's going to be sad, because some going to seek him and ain't going to be able to find him. Ain't going to be able to find him. They're going to seek me and shall not find me, he said. That means you're going to be afflicted in this life and be afflicted after this life when he cast your butt into hell. That's serious. That's serious. That's why we better know the Most High. You better know something about him. Better know enough about him to know that we have offended him. We have disrespected him from the garden. He said, all you need is me. And here we are. Still doing the same things we always done, just a different day and different time. Look at Jeremiah 16 and 17. Jeremiah 16, 17. Say, for my eyes are upon all their ways. He says, eyes upon all our ways. Everything we doing. You think he ain't seeing it? He see everything. He said, my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face. Everything we do, he see what we do. See, my eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. That's why he said it. Look. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 23 and 19. We say, such a man only feareth the eyes of men. A lot of you only care about how somebody looking at you. How they looking at me? You gotta be a certain way because you gotta make sure that they looking at you a certain way. You ain't think about the Most High. And knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High, like he said, for mine eyes are upon all their ways. The eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. You getting away with nothing. That's why he say in Jeremiah 16:17, for mine eyes are upon all their ways. They are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. He would say, and first I will recompense, pay back their iniquity and their sin double, because they have defiled my land. They have filled mine inheritance with the carcasses of their detestable and abominable things. Say, that's why ain't nobody getting away with nothing. Hebrews 4:13. You see everything that's going on, and there is going to be payback. Trust and believe this. Neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open upon the eyes of him with whom we have to do. You hear that? When you understand, ain't nothing hid from the Most High. That's why verse 12 say, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful, if you can accept it, and sharper than any two-edged sword. You know, two-edged sword cut you this way and cut you that way. Both ways. Any way you swing it, it's going to cut. Piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart, or the way you think. Praise the Most High. So as you say, neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked. You hear that? Everything is exposed and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. Everything is exposed to the Most High. Nothing's hid from him. Look at Exodus 34 and 14. We're looking at the Most High tonight. Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other power, no other idol, for the Most High, whose name is jealous. You hear that? For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. You better understand, y'all. Y'all better hear this. That's why I say you gotta fear the Most High. Because people put more emphasis on themselves than the Most High. You want him to help you and be there for you, but you more interested in yourself as an Israelite or whoever you think you are. Better lock it to the Most High. Look at Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, the Wisdom of Solomon, verse 1, and we're going to look at verse 10. For the ear of jealousy heareth all things. The ear of jealousy heareth all things. And the noise of murmurings is not here. All you that's murmuring, say ain't here from the Most High. Most High see everything. He see everything. He say ain't nothing here from him. Verse 11. Therefore beware of murmuring. Gotta beware of murmuring. That's what we did in the wilderness. Murmuring, murmuring, murmuring. That's what we just read about in Psalm 78th chapter. You read about it when you read in the law. We're in the wilderness. Once we came out of Egyptian captivity, murmuring all the time. Used to Most High, Moses, and Aaron. Therefore beware of murmuring which is unprofitable, and refrain your tongue, your words, from backbiting. But there is no word so secret that shall go for naught. There ain't no word that's so secret that ain't gonna go for nothing. That's why every idle word that we speak, we're gonna give account of in the judgment. There is no word so secret that shall go for naught, go for nothing. And the mouth that bellieth slayeth the soul. So you gotta watch what you say, because more people than die from words, from the tongue, than the sword. Look at Nahum, the first chapter. Go to Nahum, first chapter. No, I'm gonna go to another scripture. Go to Numbers 14 and 18. I like that better. Numbers 14 and 18. Numbers 14 and 18. Right there. Hallelujah. Numbers 14 and 18. The Most High is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression, and by no means clearing the guilty, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. You hear that? Visiting the iniquity, the wickedness of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation. That's why you look at Lamentations 5 and 7. See, a lot of people be saying, oh, that wasn't me, I didn't do this. But here we are, Lamentations 5, 7. Our fathers, our forefathers, have sinned. They broke the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and are not. They're not here. And we have borne or carried their iniquities. We paying the price of what they did. So now, when you look at the price that these nations got to pay for what their forefathers did, when that comes out, oh, no, it wasn't me. It was my forefathers. So, you heard what he said concerning his chosen people. We the chosen people of Israel. That's why when it says, Isaiah 14:21, it say, prepare slaughter for his children. For what? For the iniquity of their fathers. Remember he said, to the third, to the fourth generation. But what they done? You go back 3-4 generations. We in captivity, slavery, and bondage. You know, 4th of July shoot, we was the lights going up, the fireworks going up. Come from the north to the south, whatever you want, you can have. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Every day. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Most I say he was just a little displeased. They helped forward the affliction, it says in the scriptures. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. There it is. For I will rise up against them, said the Most High of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name. Babylon represent America. The name and remnant and son and nephew, said the Most High. So, that's the judgment of the Most High. Ain't nothing we can do about it, but just deal with it, right? 1 John 4:16. That's why it behooves anyone to hear my voice to try and be a remnant of all the nations that's going to be in the kingdom. Or you're going to be thrown in the lake of fire with 2/3 of our people. 1 John 4:16. And we have known and believed the love that the Most High had to us, right? I hope you have known and believe, have faith in the love that the Most High have for us. The Most High is love. And he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in the Most High, and the Most High in him. So the Most High is love. And he that dwelleth in love, how do we dwell in love? That's what it says. The Most High is love, right? And he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in the Most High, and the Most High in him. Herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, because as he is, so are we in this world, right? So now, what is this love? Because he said, the Most High is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in the Most High, and the Most High in him. So we got to look at what this love is. Go to 2 John, the 6th verse. Let's find out what this love is. And this is love. We had to go far to find it. And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye should walk in it. That's why you got to learn this: moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and sacrificial laws. We used to learn them, but we know that Mashiach Shah was the ultimate sacrifice, but we still have moral, civil, dietary, and ceremonial laws that we can follow now, that we are following as Israelites. You see? But this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is a commandment that, as ye have heard from the beginning, all the way from Genesis 1:1, all the way to Deuteronomy, and the Deuteronomy, you should walk in it, in his laws. Learn them, live them, apply them in your life. That's love. So that's how you walking in love with the Most High. Other than that, how you think he gonna come out here and reward you for saying that you ain't even got to follow him, giving him the middle finger, saying I ain't got to follow what you tell me to do, by saying you ain't got to follow his laws? He wrote them with his finger, the work of the Most High. That's why, I got to bring it to your heart like that so you understand how serious this is. It's real. But people want to act like, take him lightly if you want to. For everything to fall into the hands of living power. He wants you to be with him when he bring joy and peace and may I say plenteousness on this earth. Don't you want that? I do. You should want that. Like he said, in the wilderness, whatever we wanted, it to taste like it tastes like that. Man, that's unbelievable. Let's go to Nahum, first chapter, and we're gonna look at verse 2 and 3. Ready for it now? It says, Nahum 1 and 2. The Most High is jealous. Remember, we said his name is jealous. The Most High is jealous. Okay? And the Most High revenges. The Most High revenges. The Most High revenges. You see how he said it twice? I'm going to get you. He said, I'm going to get you. The Most High is jealous. His name is jealous. We read that. And the Most High revenges. He revenges. The Most High revenges. He said it again. And is furious. So you got to know him. But see, y'all just read that New Testament say the Most High is love. Yeah, he loved to be jealous. He loved to revenge. He loved to be furious. The Most High will take vengeance. He loved to take vengeance on his adversaries, on his enemies. And he reserves wrath for his enemies. Hear that? They be being reserved. That's why it tells you in Psalms 147, 19 and 20. See, they think that the Most High is all as one as them. That's why they put themselves up to be the Most High. But listen to what it says. Psalms 147, 19, 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. Hear that? So no nation know his statutes and his judgments. He showed it only to we the Israelites. This is what he said. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgment, what is the judgment? Judgment is the punishment for breaking the Most High's laws. They have not known them. See, the other nations have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. So that's why when you see he says, the Most High is jealous, Nahum 1 and 2. And the Most High revenges. And the Most High revenges. And he is furious. The Most High will take vengeance on his adversaries. Remember, we named the enemies as nation in Psalms the 83rd chapter. The Most High named them. Vengeance on his adversaries, on his enemies. And he reserveth wrath for his enemies, because reserveth means in the future they gonna see the wrath of the Most High, because they are the enemies of the Most High, as and the haters of the Most High, as we read in Psalms the 83rd chapter. Okay, it says, verse 3, the Most High, who we talking about, is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. You hear that? The Most High is not at all going to quit the wicked. Job 9:24 says the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judge I just showed you in the Bible. The ultimate judge is the Most High, who said these nations have not known the judgment of the Most High yet. But reserve his wrath for his enemies. Reserve means it's coming in the future. It's coming. It's reserved. It's already planned how you're going to do everything. You know what I mean? He coming like a thief in the night. You don't know when he's coming. Nobody knows when he's coming. Even myself, I don't even know when he's coming. Only the Most High know. He said, reserve his wrath for his enemies. The Most High is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Last I read Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He who is the wicked covered the faces of the judges thereof, like I just showed you in the Bible. If not, when, who is he? What other people have covered the face of the Most High, said they the Most High, say they're Mashiach Shai, say they're the Israelites, and claiming to be the Jews? What people? If thou can say. Show me a Bible when you got all Arabs in there, representing the Most High and the Mashiach Shai and the angels and everybody. Look like them. Or any other nations. Chinese Bible. Japanese got their pictures in there. Who? I mean, this is something real simple, but y'all want to make it like, It's so deep. This is so simple. It's as simple as can be. The Most High is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. The Most High has his way where? In the whirlwind, and in the storm, in the clouds of the dust of his feet. Look, he rebuketh the sea and maketh it dry. Like we went across dry ground when he opened up the Red Sea. We came out of Egypt. And drive up all the rivers. Bashan languages and Carmel and the flower of Lebanon languages. The mountains quake at him. And the hills melt. Volcano eruptions. And the earth is burned at his presence. Hear that? The earth is burned at his presence. Now, yeah, the world and all that dwell therein is burned at his presence, because he is consuming fire. Who can stand before his indignation? They gonna try? But he asked the question, who can stand before his indignation? And who can abide his fierceness of his anger? If thou can say. His fury is poured out like fire, and the rocks are thrown down by him. Better understand and overstand. See, the problem is y'all have gotten this mindset that the Most High is the way you think in your mind. And the way you think in your mind is not according to the way we have read so far. Go to Jeremiah 30. The Most High said, prepare yourself for this. In verse 23 and 24, the Most High says, behold, the whirlwind of the Most High. Remember, he's in the whirlwind? The whirlwind of the Most High goeth forth with fury. A continuing whirlwind, like a hurricane, like a tornado. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. Hear the word of the Most High. That's what we're talking about. The fierce anger of the Most High shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart, the intents of his mind. When? In the latter days ye shall consider it. When the last days, y'all. He said these last days you're gonna consider it. Well, it's time for us to look at all we can look at of how the devil have deceived all the nations with his sorcery, with his witchcraft. And combat that with the righteousness of the Most High and change him to please him. Or you're going to be stuck in his sorcery, in his witchcraft, and you're going to back it up. You got to watch out, because once you know, you better be looking at people. You done told them, you showed it to them, and they still want to deal with it, then hey, you better recognize Zephaniah 3 and 8, 3 and 5. Zephaniah 3 and 5, the just Most High is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Hear that? He will not do it. So whatever he do is righteous. He will not do iniquity. He's not going to do any wickedness. Every morning does he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. You see? But every morning he brings his judgment to light. Every morning. Like you wake up in the morning, then he brings this just gonna happen. Today, this gonna happen. And it's not gonna fail. That's why he told us in verse 8, he said, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Most High, until the day that I'll rise up to the prey. He said, you're gonna rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations. He's gonna gather all these nations, especially the ones that hate him, that we read about in Psalms 83rd chapter, and the enemies of the Most High. He said his determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation. That's why I said the judgment they have not known. This is what he intended to do. He said, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Most High, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation. Now, either you're going to come back to the truth, learn it, live it, apply it in your life, or you're going to be part of this indignation of the Most High, no matter who you are. Even all my fierce anger, he said, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. He said his name jealous. You done heard it over and over again. He said, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Better understand. This is real as real could be. Isaiah 55 and 10. Isaiah 55 and 10. We in the last days, y'all. Isaiah 55 and 10. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. That's what we're reading about. Holy men, as they were moved by the Spirit of the Most High, wrote these words. That's why I say, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. And you hearing what's coming out of Most High's mouth. It shall not return unto me void. Hear what he said? Everything you hear, he said, it shall not return unto him void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. That's why I say in these last days, man, he's sending it out. What you gonna do when he come for you? Hopefully you're gonna be ready. Hopefully you're gonna be ready, cause the people that you see in charge, they doing what they're supposed to do. They've been ordained. They've been made for the time of evil. Let me get it. Go to Proverbs 16 and 4. Proverbs 16 and 4. The Most High hath made all things for himself. Yeah. Even the wicked for what? For the day of evil. You see? So all the things that you see now evil, he made them for the day of evil. Since we want to bow down and worship the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, you want to listen to the devil, the serpent, Satan, the beast, the dragon, and the spirit of Esau. Now here we are, dealing in the day of evil. They do what they're supposed to do, and being evil. That's why I said when you read First Maccabees, when Alexander the Greek came into power, First Maccabees 1, and Alexander reigned from 20 years old. The first Caucasian rulership on this earth. He ruled from 20 years old to 32 years old. It tells me in verse 9, it says, and after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves and 4 generals that he set up to rule his kingdom once he died. So did their sons after them many years. And evils, here it is, and evils